Welcome to my new YouTube channel. Some calling it Spiritual Shenanigans. The reason I'm starting this channel is to do something a little bit different. I've been on, you could say, spiritual path, but really self-development, reading lots of books and trying to what we call improve myself for the past 15 years or so, maybe a little bit longer. And in that world of self-development, spirituality, whatever you want to call it, I ran into always things that were a little bit intimidating, learning from gurus, people that call themselves experts. It was a little bit of a, what I would say, serious path. And when you're learning these new things like positive thinking, attitude of gratitude, starting to meditate, having the understanding that maybe we're all one. If you start looking into quantum physics and you go down that woo-woo path and you start to feel that everything is connected, and then things happen where people want to say, like, do these 3 things and change your life, and all these gurus that seem to have things figured out, and it just wasn't my experience, and I have a feeling it's not the experience of other people either. You sort of take 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, 1 step forward, 5 steps back. There's a lot of bumpy roads and major curves along the way once you're starting to realize what the world really is, starting to possibly unlearn, unprogram yourself from the things that you've learned. And I just want to create a place that I wish existed about 15 years ago when I started on this. I started in my 30s. I'm now in my 50s. I was a young mom. I was discovering things for myself about being more positive. Like I said, I was reading every book. I also had a hard time taking these concepts and explaining it to little boys at the time, and I felt a little bit lost. Along the way, I took the information I could. I wrote a children's book for kids. I did meditations for kids. So I have developed some things for kids, but I never created anything that would help a mom or somebody that was at my age or the adult trying to wander this path by themselves and feeling like maybe they're the only ones that don't get it or aren't as fast or learning as quickly as other people. Hence Spiritual Shenanigans, where spirituality meets the shenanigans of life. In my life, I've learned a lot of things. I know a lot of concepts that are very helpful. I've gone into the weeds, down the rabbit hole, if you will, of a lot of things, concepts, modalities. I became a yoga instructor. Like I said, I meditated. I went from a very negative person to a pretty positive person. But you still get the shenanigans of life. Like, everything is not smooth. Life just hits you. And sometimes you think maybe you're doing something wrong. And then you're watching a YouTube video where, you see like this 22-year-old saying, I manifested, this car and this dream life. And you're like, holy crap. Like, how is this 21-year-old doing that? But meanwhile, I'm 51 and my path doesn't seem to be that super easy. So this is what I'm creating. So if you're at all on that path, a little bit more curvy perhaps than you want, I just want to be honest. I just want to say the things that, yes, I've learned some things. Yes, I'll show them to you how I understand them. I'd like to make things really simple. And just to let you know that you're not alone, maybe put some humor in it. Let's be easy on ourselves. At the time of this recording, it is June 2025. I don't really want to go into details of what's going on in the world, but let's just say if you were to just look at the news right now, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty scary. And it's sometimes just bizarre to be in this self-development field and, positivity and just know what to do in these times and how to be helpful to other people. We often have an attitude of trying to fix the world, and my opinion is a little bit simpler. I think if we do things individual in our own lives, I think we can make the world a better place. And this is what I want this channel to be, just simple, everyday things that we can do, how you can feel better, how we can make the world a little bit a better place in our own corners. Be a little bit light about it. I will share my own life experiences, like I said, some funny parts, some not so funny, just so that we're all in this together. So Spiritual Shenanigans, I hope, is a place that you feel comfortable, you feel like you can come and just relate to somebody else that's on the path just like you. So I will be making videos of, like I said, the things that I've learned. I might throw in some cooking shenanigans in there, some yoga shenanigans in there, and just throw in some things that I think would be helpful to you and some things that I wish I had 15 years ago. And that's about it. So welcome, and I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you again soon.